very comfortable posture, wherein your whole body is completely relaxed. See how your body is completely relaxed, each and every part, starting from your head to the toe. And then it's all calm our mind by being one with our breath, our natural, normal breath. Just the natural breath, friends. Become aware of your breath. Acknowledge your breath. So let us enjoy the vibrations of the music, which will help us to be here and now and with the breath.
Jiva Jiva Om Jiva Jiva Jiva. Shiva 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 Shiva
Last 1 minute, friends. Let us be grateful for everything in our life. Let us be grateful for Patrici and the music and the masters who have played this wonderful music. Let us be grateful for our breath, for our mind, for our body. Last 30 seconds, friends. Last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now slowly place your both hands over your eyes for a few seconds. Whenever you are ready, you may remove your hands and slowly open your eyes. Welcome back, friends. I hope you all had a peaceful meditation. And for me, it was very powerful today. Hearing that was that was a surprise. Not expect Patricia singing in that, and however, it was very very powerful for me. And I completely enjoyed today's session, friends. Now, coming back to our We Heal Ourselves session, today we will be having this wonderful article on Luscious Lifestyles program by Jasmuheen, and I think many of us all know about her. And I want to read about this beautiful, beautiful woman from Australia. I happened to meet her a couple of times, and she vibrates with so much of energy and so much of prana. And here, here it goes, friends. Jasmuheen was born in the year 1957 in Australia under the name of Ellen Grieve. Her parents were immigrants of Norwegian origin. In the year 1974, Jasmuheen was initiated by Mahatma in Vedika meditation. She began to study Oriental philosophies and she discovered her telepathic capabilities. In the year 1993, she underwent prana initiation and began to live on light. In November 2005, she presented the prana program to the Society for Conscious Living at the United Nations in Vienna. Jasmuheen is a leading spiritual scientist and a multidimensional teacher on pranic nourishment. She is the founder of Self Empowerment Academy and Cosmic Internet Academy. And she also is the founder and facilitator of the Embassy of Peace to co create permanent peace on the planet Earth with a main focus on vegetarianism. This is about our wonderful master Jasmuheen friends. And coming back to the article, the Lucious lifestyle program has been designed to create fitness on all levels of person's being and can be utilized by people of all cultures and religions. It costs nothing to practice and refine us on physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual levels as it treats an individual holistically. Based on biofield science principles, this lifestyle can substantially improve our health and happiness levels and increase our mental clarity and intuitive capacities. It also aids our ability to discern the bigger picture as it pertains to Earth's future and what many are now unified in consciously creating. Most importantly, it stimulates the expression of our divine nature. So, the first thing is meditation. She says, sit down, shut up, and be still and silent for a period of time every morning, and if possible, also every evening. Do this with an intention to hear, feel, sense, and know the already enlightened aspect of your own nature, your Tao, which is divine one within. This pure and perfect part of all people will grow and blossom when it is focused upon, and this is due to the universal law of resonance. Meditation is a tool to turn our senses inwards so that we can experience inner plane life and be transformed by it. Meditation on the energy that breathes us, for example, floods our biosystem with its frequency of love and wisdom. 20 minutes meditation in the morning and 20 minutes in the evening is said to be 10 times more effective than 40 minutes of meditation done once in a day. That means the more we meditate, the more we experience this divine nature within us, friends. Developing an awareness of our breath allows us to become detached and be in a meditation all day, which keeps our brain wave patterns tuned to the alpha field. Now, now prayer. She says about the prayer, and she gives here the example of prayer. The power of prayer has been established scientifically in the United States of America. Studies have having been done in an intensive care unit in a hospital where half of the patients in intensive care were prayed for and the others were not. The patients did not know they were being prayed for, but the results were that the half being prayed for had a dramatic improvement in their health compared to the other half who were not being prayed for. Interestingly, various religious groups were used to do the prayers, like Christians, Buddhists, Hindus, Jews, etc., and all produced similar results. Now, the third thing is mind mastery and conscious programming. This means using the mind as our servant rather than being the servant of our mind. It also means letting go of all limited and negative thinking, and by studying interdimensional field science, understanding the power of mind in reality creation. The two aspects of programming are deprogramming and reprogramming, which allows us to review our belief systems to make sure they enhance and serve both ourselves and our world. Now, the next one is a vegetarian diet. Begin to lighten up your diet. Eat smaller amounts and less often, and refine it until you are a vegetarian. Then you may wish to eliminate dairy products and be a vegan. After this, you may then feel to continue on raw food only. Eventually, you may feel to live mainly on prana, where you are eating only now and then for the pure pleasure of it. The arguments in favor of a vegetarian diet fall mainly under three categories. First category is health. Enough research has now been done to prove the health benefits of a vegetarian diet in great detail. Now, the second thing is about the sensitivity and compassion. The adoption of a vegetarian diet sensitizes us to experience the gifts of the more refined energy fields of the theta and delta waves, which allows us access to the interdimensional realms. It is also an act of great compassion to the animal kingdom. And the third thing is resource sustainability and our environment. At the moment, with over 6 billion people, there is enough food on earth to feed everyone if it was being correctly distributed. With an expected population of 9 to 11 billion people in the year 2050, and even if all the food was being correctly distributed at that time, there would still not be enough to feed this number unless Earth is a vegetarian planet. The production of meat consumes 20 times more than the resources required for the production of either grain or cereal. Now, the other part she says is about exercise. Treat the body as a temple that houses our enlightened, ascended nature. Find a combination of exercise from Tai Chi, yoga, Qigong, or even dance and weight training that allows you to create a strong and fit physical system. Create an exercise program that you like so that you will do it regularly. Now, the most important thing, very beautiful one, is service. Do something beneficial for someone every day without the thought of reward. A sincere heart and commitment to service attracts to us a strong wave of grace so that our service work in the world can unfold with greater ease and joy. Meditate to support the feeding and education of the children of our world. Doing some form of selfless service daily keeps us tuned to the kindness and compassion aspect of the Madonna frequency, field of pure love. Now, time in silence in nature. Time in silence allows us to not only just absorb more earth prana, the essence of our divine nature, also known as tea or nutritional cosmic particles, but to also become more conscious of our planet in a positive way. Spending time in silence in nature feeds our soul and allows us to appreciate the beauty of certain creation and become more environmentally aware. Silence is an incredible teacher, and when we are still and fully present in each moment, so much more can be revealed to us regarding the more subtle energy realms. So, now use of the music. Two of the most beautiful frequencies that we can be fed by are compassion and devotion. A well tuned heart center that is pure attracts powerful interdimensional support in the realm of service. So, this is the article from Embassy of Peace by Jasmuheen Friends. So, this is the source is from there, and she is a wonderful woman, and she's really an ambassador of peace. And this is what is about the Lucious lifestyle program, friends. First thing is meditation and mind mastery again, how you program your mind and what you eat, the vegetarian diet, and takes good making, doing some exercises, body exercises, so that body is our temple. So we need to work on our body and service, that's without expectations. We have to every day be available for someone who is in need, and may it be with monetary basis, or may it be by spending your time with them, may it be by offering some food, cooking some food, and serving them, like in any kind of service, at least one person in a day, if we touch them, that means without expectations, we are touching the divine nature in us. And time in silence in nature, that's a beautiful thing, friends. We have to um, go into the nature weekly once if possible, if it is possible every day. We have to go into the nature, and we have to just sit in silence. We have to just stay in silence. So this is the most important thing. And use music is also one of the important things in my home. I always keep some music, very very powerful music. I keep, and I do things. I paint, I cook, and I just do house cleaning and everything with the music on. That creates a lot of difference, because you are in that state of higher vibration. And when you are in that state, like there will be no much thoughts. The thoughts cease to exist at that time, because you are completely in tune with that music or that vibration. So yes, friends, when we implement this, we create a beautiful lifestyle for our own self, which is more uh, mm, more required, and more that is what we have to do in our life, to change our lifestyle. So the most, and also the most important thing is, the more we are strong in the mind, they say, when we give right commands to our mind, all these can be done. And it is just a switch. You have to just change your thoughts. Hey, I have to, right from today, I will take a commitment of doing these things. I will make a program for myself for 40 days. I will try, and I'll see how it is going. And that's how you will experiment. Yeah, this is what I wanted to share, friends. And thanks to this wonderful, vibrant lady, Jasmuheen. And she's a Breatharian. She's living on prana. So it's really amazing to go to that state, to that level, from from a meat eater, cut down to vegetarian, and a vegetarian to vegan, vegan to taking a raw food diet, and then from raw food diet to just live in prana. So yes, friends, that's really wonderful. All right. So, friends, if anybody wants to share your experience of how was the meditation today, and how is this article, and if you want to throw some light on some of the things that you're doing and bringing so much good to you, so please inform us, so that we will also implement in our day. Yes, Sharinji.
Um, just to say, yes, I also met Jasmuheen, and before the lockdown, um, I was breatharian. I just want to share the power of that, because it was such an incredible experience. I think maybe for 2 years, and I have many friends who are all breatharian, even around me. Yeah, and it's an incredible thing because we were talking about going from meat and vegetarian, and you don't even have to do that, because I've been on courses where people have gone straight from meat to being breatharian,
Oh.
and it's quite fantastic to see the transformation that actually happens. So I think
Mhm.
we can limit ourselves by actually thinking that. um, it is at the moment I'm having one meal a day, but really I'd like to get back to it because it's not a difficult thing, and especially if you're doing I was doing Sadhguru's yogic processes, and if you're doing meditation, it's amazing. You come to a place where you actually, I couldn't sleep. I was had sort of so much energy that I was sleeping for maybe 2-3 hours a day.
Mhm.
But energetically, what they also said, everybody had, and I've also met lots of people who, I think there's one guy who just really has almost nothing. In at there's a Romanian a friend of mine, Christiana, who
Mhm.
holds conferences for
Yeah.
breatharians. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to think of his name actually, but she
Elitom.
from that's, yeah, Elitom is one of them, but there's another one that is even very hardcore, absolutely nothing that he ever has. Where some of them will have some chocolate, and some of them will have the little bits and pieces, which is
Mhm.
absolutely fine too. Um, but it is just not out of reach, because very often when I hear people talking about this, it's like almost as if, this is like the ultimate. No, this is for anybody. We need to take it on as the message that says this is available. You only have to have the choice to do it if you're coming from a place where the intention is to shift to perfect health.
Right.
It's really something to do, and one of the good ways, because normally the process is that you do 4 days of dry. So this is something I also do. I do 3 days a month of just dry, and Amavasya and all these new moon for Punama. On those days when in the culture it was said don't eat, it's more useful to not. I do dry on those days. So that's a simple way to start this, where you're starting to dry fast. You don't drink and you don't eat, but look at your health, look at your intention, and also come from the place where you can say, okay, to start with, I'm just going to do, if you can't do a dry fast, do a water fast. But a dry fast is the equivalent of 3 days of a water fast. That's how powerful this is. And you feel the benefits in your health in an incredible way. It just is totally worth it. And for, I think, all of you young people, it could be so incredible. It's just totally an amazing process. All health issues from all my friends that I saw, totally cleared up. And I've got in Bournemouth, I live in London and I also live in Bournemouth, but in Bournemouth, in the New Forest, I have a friend, and she's also a triathlon. And she a very wealthy English family, and they support an African team in Canada, where an international team. And she sent me photos. I wish I could share one of her photos, where she was in Canada and she said, 10 days, I haven't eaten, I haven't drank anything.
Wow.
So this is possible for all of us now. And people like Jasmuheen have been, the forerunners of this, and really such gratitude to her. And I think the press also took away from, try to rubbish her, but I think they do this. They try to not make it the norm, because they have an investment in us being where we are. So yes, thank you. This is wonderful. I didn't know you were going to talk about this, but it's excellent, because she is amazing. Yeah, absolutely incredible. But there are a lot of people out there also who are now doing it. And so, the thought that this is out of our reach should not be there. Everything is within our reach, and it is simple and it is easy. All you need is the intention to go forward and do it, and you can take it incrementally in steps, and you will get there.
Very true. Very true.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Shirinji.
you.
It's again comes to one point, saying that do not limit yourself.
Don't ever limit yourself. Watch
Yes.
your language. Even when you limit yourself, or the people in my team around me, I say to them, even when you limit it, turn it around. It's fine. We're a work in progress. Do what you do, say what you want, but turn it around so that there's an awareness. This is where I'm going. Great.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you very
so
much.
much. Thank you so much, Shirinji. Wonderful. So yes, friends, anybody else wants to share?
Hi, Madhu.
Thank you. Hi, Ram. Please go ahead.
Hi. Good morning, friends. Another beautiful article, Madhu. And, I had the same experience when I met Jasmuheen a couple of times. That was like breaking a wall experience. I always had, let's say, understanding, a core belief that energy comes when we eat. But meeting these people was a tremendous shift. Then I started to become aware of myself, that even when we eat food, it needs energy, not that it gives energy. So meeting these people was such a shift in my life, and um, every it was a complete reprogramming of myself. Just being in their presence, oh my God, what a beautiful energy it is, just staying in their presence. So and then we had the chance to meet our friend Erica. That was another wonderful experience. And since then, I do notice that it is all our thoughts. It is all in our way we have programmed ourselves. So incredible. Uh, these people, what they are, how they are changing this world. I'm really grateful to this article, to these people, and wonderful, Madhu. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so
indeed,
much.
also thanks to Shireen, all her experiences sharing, reconfirming everything we are reading, we have experienced, but also hearing from someone who is practicing it. So very beautiful. And yes, every time I go almost no food for some days, I also resonate and beam more energy, more at peace, more in connection, more in alignment. So I like her suggestion also. Young people, you have to try it, because yes, each one of us must try, and it's really beautiful. Really beautiful to just understand and try it out, because that breaks a lot of old belief systems.
Mm.
Really, thanks a lot. One of the
Thank,
highlight articles that you have read today.
thank
Thank
you
you.
so much, Ram. Wonderful. So yes, friends, as Ram is saying that, and I also heard from Patriji that weekly once fast. You know, uh, don't eat anything. If you want to drink some water, but fast. And on that day, fast, not only fasting by the for the stomach, fasting with the words as well. Do not speak on that day until unless if it is very necessary, only speak that. Otherwise, don't speak. And then most of the time be in meditation on that day. That is your day. That is where you will connect to your higher self. And we've been doing it, and every full moon we go on a completely fasting. We speak less, and we could see how our energy are like charging. It's getting recharged. It's like just leave yourself for some time. Like don't do any activity kind of a thing. Like don't interact much with your body, with your words, and with your mind, and then you see how you feel. At least if not once in a week, practice at least once every month. That is on a full moon day, you practice this, and you see how you feel. It makes a huge difference. Yeah. So thank you, friends. And Lavi, yes, Lavi, you can go ahead.
Hi everyone, hi meditation group.
Hi, Lavi.
I wanted to share a story about food from yesterday. I was
Mm-hmm.
cleaning the kitchen. In my life, I had those periods when I was disgusted by meat, and just came, and I just no, that's not for me. I just don't like it. I had this vomit
Mm-hmm.
sensation when I smelled meat. And I've noticed in my building in Warsaw, there's a businessman from India, and he opened a shop,
Mm-hmm.
the first Indian supermarket.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to do groceries over there,
Mm-hmm.
checking those products, what are the ingredients, and so on and so on. And I've noticed a huge difference in my energy level when
Mm-hmm.
I started to eat the fresh stuff that he offers there.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother, she's a meat eater, like totally.
Mm-hmm.
And from time to, they live in, my mother lives in a village, and she gives me those jars filled with homemade fat stuff. And I had 7 jars of some kind of a pork in some sauce. And yesterday I opened it, and I just smelled it, and I just couldn't stand it. I throw it immediately, even if it was fresh. I had this. My body was just screaming, "No, don't eat it. No, no, no. You don't need it. You just don't need it." And what I wanted to share is that I experience like how we are programmed by the big grocery companies to buy, sorry, pardon for word, but shit when it comes to the food. It's a mess what they're selling, and how it may make us stupid. Actually, the food that is being sold in the grocery shops, it just dumps us
Mm.
with a lot of chemicals, sugar, too much sugar, and so on and so on. And when I started to meditate, I started to listen to what my body really needs. Now
Mm.
I just eat, not when it's 2 o'clock. Oh, it's lunchtime, let's eat. No, I eat when I feel it.
Very true. Mm.
I want to drink, then
That's
I
it.
drink.
Mm.
Uh, and it, and I don't have this hunger sensation anymore.
Mm.
Those cravings are gone, and it's a really really good condition to live in. And maybe I will share with you later some links, because I have meeting with Harendra, my neighbor, this guy from
Mhm.
India, because I want to open an internet shop for him and
Mhm.
to share all those goodies that he
Mhm.
sells. So yeah, and I think that there's a huge wisdom when it comes to nature, uh, mm, and people, especially some farmers that are offering those goodies.
Right.
I think now's the time that they have all the tools to share it,
Mm.
to share the knowledge, to share the quality, instead of those big companies who had plans to privatize water, as one businessman wanted to do several years ago. I'm not sure. There was a case. There's this
Mm.
multimillionaire. I think it was Nestle or something, some
Mm.
corporation, huge corporation, and he had a plan to privatize water and sell in plastic bottles so he can get money out of it. Uh, so yeah, this subject of food, and how it influences us, it's really close to me. So thank you for this meditation today in the
Thank you so
morning.
much, Lavi. Thank you so much for sharing. It's a your experience. Is very important that you have shared about. The rejection. You should not whatever given to us. We should not take it. We should be really using our mind and hearts. Is it the right food for me? Like what we eat is what we become.
Yeah,
So if we are eating the pain food, that is what we become. Like we give so much pain to us, and we give so much pain to the for the ones who are around us. So you are. I'm very happy that you shared your experience, and you say no to meat. Very good, Lavi. And next time
well,
when you go to your mom, sit with her, meditate with her, and explain her what. Because once we know the truth, we should not keep it only to ourselves. We should keep on sharing it, and sharing it with the compassion, not an intention, not an expectation that they should change, but we just share our information with that without any conditions, without the other day one our good friend Madhumita, she had spoken beautifully about vegetarian diet. What a powerful
mhm.
talk she had given for the Beam family. So when we hear all these things, it is really really heartwarming. And yes, we have to share our truth, but not imposing our ideas, but we have to keep sharing. Please do that. It is
I'll
very
do.
much
I'll do.
required to
It's a
support
hard
and help the
task,
family
but step by step,
step
she
by
is
step.
step by step. She's accepting that. Oh, that's a delicious meal, and it's without
Mm,
meat, really.
mm,
So that's
mm,
that's that's
mm,
funny.
mm.
So yeah,
That's good.
that's what I
Thank
wanted to
you.
share, and I wish you
Thank you.
all a good day.
Thank you so much, Lavi. You,
Take care.
thank you. Bye-bye. Yes, Sharu.
Good morning, everyone.
Very good morning, Sharu.
It was a wonderful topic with coming from a beautiful, beautiful souls that I've met in the Pyramid Valley. And the first question when I met with her, and I sat with her for 30 minutes because there were few students, few people who were sitting also with her. So I was so mesmerized by the energy that she used to throw and exude in the entire universe. It was like, what is happening? How can she do that? And when I asked the questions, so she said that whatever you said right now, and everybody is saying, and Shirinji also said that, do not limit your mind. If you limit your mind, then you are working in that particular limit. You're not going beyond. So you have to go beyond. For that, you have to just think that way. So that was something that really, really touched me. And when I came back, as I told you that I was a non-vegetarian, and being a Kashmiri, I was a hardcore non-vegetarian. And it was like, we used to have loads of non-vegetarian food. But when the day I started meditating, I left that. And today, if you will see that, if you will find my diet, it's like more so consists of the organic food, not exactly that organic food which is being brought from the organic markets, but the fruits and the milk. So this is what my diet also constitutes of that. And as we said that, everything comes step by step. Once the understanding, then the implementation comes. So slowly and slowly, as everybody wants, whosoever is there, in the meditation circle, they also want to be a breatharian, because that is also another step further, what Shirinji has already accessed and implemented in her life. And she is a breatharian also. So this is what it happens when the meditation comes, when the understanding comes, when the angelic help is there, and when there's so many things that are happening. At that time, your body actually starts also responding to what your needs are, in the sense the body is going to tell you that this is right and this is not right for you. So you will automatically start taking those things out. For example, the aerated drinks that I used to have, I stopped using it, because this is what the angels were saying, that it is not good for your health. So stop it. So aerated drinks were out. So the coffee was out. The tea was out. So there were so many things that were not good for me, for my health, for my physical, mental, emotional health, were completely gone. So absolutely, I agree with what Ram Garu also said, that these kind of people, they exude a lot of energy, and we are grateful to be in the company of such divine beings, these beings who are here on this earth, who are light workers. So yes, this is what I wanted to say, that whenever your mind is ready, you are ready. We should also opt for these things, like these energy, taking these energy from this prana from the nature. So thank you so much for bringing up this article of Jasmuheen. And if possible, if all of you can just go through this article on Jasmuheen. She's on Facebook, she's everywhere. So you can just write Jasmuheen, you will get to know so much. And there are so many other breatharians, like I told you about the Californian couple, and the lady who went through the pregnancy also without eating anything. So that is also something which you should all read. If I get hold of that article, I'll definitely share it in the group.
Yes.
So
yes,
thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sharu. Thank you so much. Yes, Shirinji.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I know the couple she's talking about, and I know them very well. And you need to be very careful who you go to, be very discriminatory, because they wanted me to host them in London, and I refused because they were fine now about their children eating meat. So be careful when, even when you suggest. I know them very, very well. And I actually did a training with them in England as well. But people have choices, obviously, and it's for me. It's okay. I don't discriminate anymore. I observe whatever people are doing. I look at myself as an example. because people will say, oh, well, what are you doing? You look really healthy, or, I can't believe your age, or whatever they're going to say. And there are lots of breatharians in this field, because I know this field, and they are all at different levels of what they will eat, or what they will drink, or what they will give their children. And she's quite right. She went through the process, being a breatharian, of having the children. But the husband afterwards, when I had a conversation, he said, oh, well, no, these two children are going to grow up in the world, so they need to know everything. And we're okay giving them chicken, and we're okay doing da-da-da-da. So, please look at this field, because there are those that are 100% breatharian and live from a certain place, and there are others who, will waive it. And I think us as Indians, normally we, when you're born vegetarian, or when we vegetarian means vegetarian, within our culture. But I think in Western culture, it can be that they kind of go back, and it's okay to eat fish, or it's okay to do bits and bobs. So just have that awareness. And I think it, for me, it's really not necessarily about a judgment to them either. It's people going through people's processes. I heard what the gentleman was saying about the water, when people were trying to sell water. But something, the whole world and the third dimension is based on that. So we really shouldn't be coming from a place of judging it. It's just, as you move from 3 to 5, you're making that shift of consciousness. But we all ended up here in the third for some reason. And it's just our journey. It's just us going from this to that. And I what I'm looking to change in myself at this moment, and I'm changing continuously, I have never stopped, is looking at people, and where am I coming from in my heart, because it's so easy to come from judgment. If we can actually, I think I had an example this week where I have 2 cats, and they're house cats, and I've had to do my garden, put the higher fence and so forth, so that they actually, and it looked beautiful, and the cats were free, they could go out in the garden. And at the back of my house, there's a lady, very old lady, massive house, massive garden, and I'm very far away from her, but she complained to the council that, and they came to check and said to me, oh, you've got to take it down and so forth. My first instinct for this woman was one of, gosh, how can you be so selfish and da 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 da. But the changing it actually to, no, this woman has a point. Coming from that kind of place, I think is important for us, because that's our continuously working on ourselves, even when we're in the right. So so if you're looking for breatharian, I think Jasmuheen is really fantastic, and there are lots of other ones that are also very, very, very good. But I went to Romania to many of the festivals, and in Italy you've got other festivals, and meet the people, resonate with them. And then you can do their 5 or 6 day course, or then you can follow them, because you are more informed. So it is important. And people can also fall off track, like any of us. I was breatharian for 2 years, and during the lockdown I started to eat, and as we came out of the lockdown, I'm going back to all my breatharian things again. So it's a choice. It's always a choice, and it's not that we are more superior to anybody else. Just know, the day you wake up, you'll find out everybody is already enlightened. It's not just you. Everybody is already reached that place. Some have just forgotten, and that's all it is. They're being reminded of who they truly are. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Chirinji. Thank you for sharing this. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, friends. Yes, Indraji.
Yes, thank you, my dear friends. Well, we have all been taught to eat healthy, to eat good food, and then you become very energetic and you become very lively. The lesson I take now is, the less you eat, the more energetic you become. Just the reverse, just the converse. That's the lesson I take home. And gradually, if you reduce eating and you come to reach that point where you stopped eating, you are like a bomb. You got so much energy in you, right? You become evolved and you throw so much of positive energy into the people around you and onto this earth that you are really making a great, great impact on it. Take that lesson, my dear friends. Quite recently, I joined a retreat conducted by 22 days retreat conducted by Crystal Pradeep, where we started eating from the beginning. We ate less, less, and less. And for a week, we were on just juices and water. I practiced that. And what I realized was that my energy levels, even from that retreat, had gone up very much more than what I was before. And ever since that rate, I'm very careful with what I eat. I'm eating less and less and less, and I am getting more and more energy. This is a lesson that we should all take home, my dear friends. Try that. It will help you a lot.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Indraji. Thank you so much. Yes, that retreat of 22 days is really wonderful that Pradeep has shared. Yes, it is very important to treat our bodies very well. We've been treating our bodies. We were abusing our bodies, and what we put in our mouth is what we put in our minds, and that is what becomes our actions. So the more lighter we go, the better our thoughts are, and as well as our actions will be more useful to us and for the ones who are around us. So yes, friends, as Indraji has also shared, and as all the masters have been shared here, Sharu, Shireen, and everybody, that try to implement these things, friends. Just don't take it as easy. Just don't go for your mouth, like I want this, I want this. Just work there, like try to do that, and you see how you will become, you know. So we're all enlightened. We all know this, but it's just that we forgot. Now these reading these articles and reading all listening to everybody reminds us, oh, it is there within me. It's just that I forgot. You say to yourself. So yes, friends, get reminded of yourself these things, and you're perfectly pure, a pure being, very beautiful souls. We all are. Just remember that, friends. So thank you so much. And yes, friends, anybody else wants to share? Hey, Bhavnaji.
Hello, everybody. Very nice, very enlightening. Really enjoyed it. Yes, we've got to be conscious of all this, that remind ourselves of what we are, what we can do. Don't let that limitize us at all. And just keep on going. That's what I feel. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank
Wonderful.
you, Sharon.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Motherji. Everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Bhavnaji. Always good to hear you. Wonderful. Mm. So, all right, friends, then for today evening, we will be having Master Shashank, who will be coming up and guiding us into a meditation, and he will be sharing a topic. And tomorrow morning, we will be having a topic on alignment with principle by David R. Hawkins. So it's going to be another wonderful article, friends. To join us and let us all get informed more and more, so that we can make our lives so meaningful and so beautiful. So till we see each other in the evening, friends, have a lovely day and a lovely night for the ones who are connecting from US. So namaste to all. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Have a beautiful
Thank you,
day ahead.
Sharu.
Thank
Thank
you.
you all.
Bye bye.
Thank you so
Bye
Thank
much.
bye.
you
Yeah, have a nice
all.
day. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye
Thank
bye.